Bitcoin right now is trading above the 200 daily moving average, a key level in the Bitcoin price, guys. But that is not the only bullish signs that we are seeing. We are seeing a lot of bullish signs right now, and I want to show you some interesting patterns in today's video, which might predict very accurately what Bitcoin is going to do next. And guys, I can already tell you that that is actually quite bullish. So right here, we can see Bitcoin at a buy signal on the hash ribbons. We are going to have a look at that. We are going to have a small talk about the hash rate of Bitcoin. But I'm also going to show you this specific pattern, which looks like Bitcoin is forming right now, which is the Bulkowski bump and run reversal button. And guys, that is very, very interesting. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Then guys, before we are jumping into the Bitcoin chart, I want to remind every single one of you that right now there is a major bonus going on over on the Bybit platform, where you can get a additional bonus of $1,610 and you will get a 10% discount on your fees the first month that you are using Bybit. And guys, this is one of the biggest bonuses over on Bybit that I've ever seen. And yeah, this is a limited time bonus, which means that you got till the 18th of August to claim this bonus. So for all the traders that are interested in that, you can find my affiliate link down below this video. On the Femix platform, we also have a bonus going on where you can get an additional bonus of $1,100 when you use my affiliate link down below to sign up. Then guys, before we are jumping into the Bitcoin price, make sure to drop a thumbs up below this video. That is very much appreciated. Now let's jump right into it. And guys, right now we have seen that Bitcoin has breaking above the 200-day moving average. This has been a key moving average and is a moving average that is aligning with the 20-week moving average, also a very key level in the Bitcoin price. So that is going to be interesting what Bitcoin is going to do by the end of the week. But so far, things are actually looking, in the midterm perspective, very bullish. And I want to share some signals with you guys, and I want to start off with the buy signal that we saw yesterday on the hash ribbon, but which right now in the trading view indicator disappeared. But I want to have a talk with you guys what this buy signal basically means. So normally, guys, the fundamentals of Bitcoin, the security of Bitcoin is determined by Bitcoin's hash rate. So the higher the Bitcoin hash rate, the more computers that are securing the Bitcoin network, the bigger the security of Bitcoin, the bigger the fundamentals of Bitcoin. And there is a saying that the price of Bitcoin is following the hash rate. And normally that wouldn't make much sense, right? Why would the price follow the hash rate of Bitcoin? But if you see it in another light, the price is following the fundamentals of Bitcoin, then that makes more sense. And that's actually true. The price of an asset is most of the time following the fundamentals of a certain asset. And that's also why we can see a clear correlation between an increase in hash rate and an increase in the Bitcoin price. So guys, the hash ribbons basically work as follow. We have two moving averages, the gray moving average and a green moving average. The gray moving average is a long-term moving average from the Bitcoin hash rate, and the green is a short-term moving average in the Bitcoin hash rate. You can compare it with, sometimes we are looking at the chart with the death cross and golden cross. That is a shorter term moving average going above or below a longer term moving average. And the hash rate is actually quite similar, but then the moving average is based on the hash rate. So what we can see right here is that when the green line goes below the gray line, we have a inversion of the hash ribbon right here, and it will turn red. And what this basically means is that the miners in the shorter term time frame are stopping their operations, which means that the hash power is decreasing in such a rapid decline that it is decreasing faster than the longer term moving average over the hash rate, right? So that basically means that we could be seeing miner capitulation. Miners are stopping their operations. That's why the hash rate is decreasing. And most of the time when miners are quitting their operations, they are in need of cash. So what do? They sell their Bitcoin holdings. So that's why most of the time when we have an inversion of the hash ribbon, we can see that can create selling pressure on the price of Bitcoin. However, guys, the opposite is true as well. Once the inversion of the hash ribbon goes back to normal levels and the green moving average goes above the gray moving average, then that is most of the time followed by a buy signal. And what it basically means is that the hash rate is increasing, so more and more mining operations are set in place, mining Bitcoin, securing the Bitcoin network, right? So the higher the hash rate, the more secure Bitcoin is. And every time when we have a look at the historical buy signals over on the hash ribbon, guys, then it has been a very, very significant signal showing us, or actually signaling us, that we are going to see Bitcoin's price increase in the near future. So let's have a look at a couple of times where we have seen that buy signal in the hash ribbon. So right here, guys, we got that buy signal in the hash ribbon during Bitcoin consolidation right here, and eventually, yeah, you know what happened afterwards. We were going to this all-time high. We had eventually a rally of over 250%. Then right here, the previous time before that, once we saw a buy signal on the hash ribbon, we also got a rally in the Bitcoin price. Eventually, we did came down and set a higher low, and eventually we continued this uptrend. But as you can see, right quickly after that buy signal, we saw a rally in the Bitcoin price. Right here, we got a buy signal right before a rally. The buy signal right here on the hash rate was as well signaling a rally. And now it's a little bit strange because yesterday we saw that buy signal. I've shared that over on my Twitter, but today we are not seeing that buy signal suddenly disappears. So guys, what basically happened is that the hash rate of Bitcoin decreased, so we couldn't see the red moving average going above the gray. However, guys, this can happen again every single day due to the fact that the hash rate of Bitcoin is increasing. And normally you can see right here, right now we are looking at a 7-day average, but you also can look at the raw values, and then you can see that yesterday we got a decline in hash rate, a small decline right here, which actually was enough to push that green line back below the gray line. So we don't have that buy signal right now. However, when Bitcoin is continuing this uptrend in the hash rate, we will get that buy signal again in the coming days. So that is actually a very, very bullish signal for the Bitcoin price, that we are going to see this buy signal over on the hash ribbon. So guys, this is how the hash ribbons are working. Right now I want to share a very, very interesting pattern with you guys that I'm seeing right now in the Bitcoin chart, which actually is quite bullish and shows us that we are going to see a continuation of a uptrend right here. And that pattern is this pattern, the Bulkowski bump and run reversal bottom. And how the pattern looks is as following. Normally the pattern looks as follow. We have a uptrend, we increase that uptrend, and then eventually we break the second uptrending support, the accelerated support level, and then we are rolling over and we are seeing breaking the second support, the lead-in phase as well, backtest this level, and then we are seeing a continuational move to the downside. That would be the normal pattern, the bump and run pattern. But right now we could be seeing a inverted bar pattern. So what we could see right here is that we have this lead-in phase where we have the resistances, the former resistances creating a resistance, a trend line basically, and we have a more extreme declining trend line following afterwards, where the price is creating more distance from this trend line, and eventually we break above the trend line, we backtest this level, and then we can continue this uptrend. So guys, when we have a look at the Bitcoin chart right here, then it actually looks quite similar as the bump and run reversal pattern, right? We got this lead-in trend line right here, and we also got one trend line which is declining more rapidly, this one, and we broke above that trend line, we backtested that as support, and from that trend line we took off. We got rejected first from this lead-in resistance again, we got a small pullback, and now we broke above this level, which means that right here Bitcoin can continue this uptrend straight away. However, it is also possible that we are going to see something like this, where the price is moving sideways, slightly down, coming back down right here, and from there is going to continue this uptrend. So backtest this level, the former resistance as support more clearly in the future, and from there taking off. I think that is actually quite a likely scenario, and this is not a rare pattern that we've never seen with Bitcoin before. No, this is actually something we have seen before. And let me show you guys what I mean right here. If we go to August 2020, right here, let me increase the chart a little bit so it's easier to see. And we have seen something similar right here, where we have a lead in phase. And right here we had also some form of a declining resistance. This pattern was formed on a shorter time frame. So this pattern was formed in slightly less than 1 month. Normally this pattern is more significant if it's been forming over a couple of months. So this was a small pattern, but as you can see, we saw something similar with that declining resistance and break above that level, back tested as support, and then Bitcoin just took off in this major rally where Bitcoin just went actually eventually to 64,000 US dollars. Of course, we have seen corrections along the way, but yeah, that was actually quite significant, and it was another bump and run reversal pattern. So guys, we have seen this pattern before in Bitcoin, although on a lower time frame. I do think that this pattern right now is showing a lot of resemblance with the pattern that we are seeing with a textbook bump and run reversal, right? This inverted bar chart, what we can see right here, is looking very similar as what we are seeing right now with Bitcoin. So I think this is another piece of evidence, guys, showing us that most likely Bitcoin will continue this uptrend as we are seeing a reversal pattern right here. So what is important to watch right now? Well, we are seeing some bearish signals in the shorter term time frame as well, and that is that Bitcoin is forming right here on the daily time frame. We are forming a bearish divergence, right? In the price we are setting a higher high, in the RSI we are setting a lower high. This is also visible on the 4-hour time frame, where we can see the RSI as well setting lower highs while the price is doing the opposite. The price is setting higher highs. So we are seeing right now that the uptrend in Bitcoin in the immediate short-term time frame is getting exhausted. So it is possible for Bitcoin. This is a realistic realistic scenario that we are going to come down right here, and we are going to test the former resistance as new support. So that Bitcoin were to come down right here and backtest this level somewhere in the future. So depending on when we are going to test this level, the level will be different, right? If we would test that level today, right now, the level would be at approximately 41,140. If we would test that level later this month, that could be at below 40,000 levels. That could be at 38,000, 39,000. So guys, that is one scenario, right? That Bitcoin is going to come down right here, and over the next coming days and weeks is going to test that former resistance as the new support. Because we are seeing the rally in Bitcoin getting exhausted with this bearish divergence. However, it's not necessarily that Bitcoin really needs to come down right here and test this level. Bitcoin right now is trading above some key moving averages, and let's go to the weekly time frame, because I think that is going to be an interesting time frame to watch because of these significant moving averages. And I want to bring out two moving average, the 21 weekly EMA, and I want to bring the 20-week moving average as well. So guys, Bitcoin is trading above key moving averages on the weekly time frame, and if Bitcoin this week can close above the 20-week moving average and we can hold this level in the future, guys, then that would be very, very bullish for Bitcoin, showing us that Bitcoin is in a uptrend on a weekly time frame, but also that Bitcoin is basically in a bull market if we consider these moving averages to be determining whether Bitcoin is in a bull or bear market, right? So a lot of traders are using these weekly moving average to actually determine whether Bitcoin is in a bear or in a bull market. If we were to get rejected from these levels, from one of these key moving averages, or later after breaking above, we breaking back below it, that would be the first bearish signal, the first warning signal that we should ask ourselves, okay, maybe this is a failed attempt of breakout and Bitcoin is still going to test the lows right here, might even break below them. However, the opposite is true as well. If we break above these key moving averages and we can hold above these levels, then that is showing a lot of strength in the Bitcoin price. And that shows us that the scenario that we are watching, Bitcoin entering the fifth wave right here and going towards 100,000 US dollars by the end of this year, by the latest, by the beginning of next year, will become more and more realistic, and will become the more probable, the more likely scenario. So guys, what should you be watching right now on the Bitcoin chart? Well, like I said before, I think it is likely, or it is possible, that Bitcoin comes down to test the former resistance of this bump and run reversal pattern. However, it is important that when testing that resistance, we don't get any weekly closes below the 20-week moving average, but especially not below the 21 weekly EMA. That would be very important, because if we right now were to get a weekly close below the 21 weekly EMA, then that would just show a lot of weakness in the price of Bitcoin. So far, I think Bitcoin is looking bullish and wants to continue this uptrend. I think we can backtest this form of resistance, but it is important that we don't break below this resistance again, and it is important that we don't get a weekly close below the 21-week EMA. So those are the signals that I'm using to favor the bearish scenario. But as long as Bitcoin is looking good and is holding above those levels, then I do expect Bitcoin to continue this uptrend, because I think Bitcoin is just looking right now insanely bullish. However, we have in the short-term time frame these bearish divergences. So although Bitcoin is looking insanely bullish, in the next coming days, Bitcoin could come down right here to set a higher low right here and to continue this uptrend, basically. So yeah, guys, that is the things that I'm watching right now on the Bitcoin chart. If you think that Bitcoin is right now seeing this bump and run reversal pattern, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want me to have a look at a couple of other charts, let me know in the comment section and down below as well. I do think a lot of altcoin charts are looking very interesting. So let me know which charts you are watching and which charts you want me to include in the coming videos. Then guys, I want to remind all the traders out there that if you want to trade Bitcoin, you can do that over on the Bybit exchange. And right now there's this major bonus going on where you can get a $1,610 US bonus, and you will get a 10% discount on the fees for the first month that you are using Bybit. Then for all the traders who are interested in the Femix platform, right now you still can get a $1,100 US bonus if you use my sign up link to join the Femix platform. So for everybody interested in that, you can find my affiliate links down below this video. Then guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to wish every single one of you an awesome day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.